I have got a story for you guys. Okay. Yes, I'm in my car because I like to film inside my car. I know I need better scenery, but I'm in my car. I also know that you can see the reflection of everything in my glasses. The pink thing is what's holding my phone. I'm also sick, so the sniffles and the coughing and the sneezing I'm sorry for. And the last thing before I get going, yes, I have notes because this is a story that I found that I had not heard much about. And I wanted to cover it because I think it's fascinating. I know a lot of people who follow my page follow for like Appalachian stuff. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So I wrote like 4 pages of notes here. You can probably also hear me wheezing every now and then. I'm a little sick. But anyways, we'll jump right into it. So maybe it's not like a super long video. But I found it while looking up information about Dark Appalachia. And I wasn't going to cover it for a long time. I wasn't going to, because if you're familiar with Dark Appalachia, you just don't talk about a lot of stuff. But I found something that's separate, which I still may kind of talk about the other because it's really fascinating. The Dark Appalachia history and the folklore and stuff like that's really interesting. So I may do it. But anyways, so this is the Bell Witch, and I had heard of it maybe a little bit, but I didn't really know much about it when I stumbled upon it. So like I said, I did take a lot of notes because I want to make sure that I am as factual as I can be. These are things that I found on the internet, so I'm sure there's different, I'm sure the story is generally the same, but there's different variations, as you know. So, it's one of the most popular examples of Appalachian folklore. It's a very popular folklore, very well known and well told. So it began in Robertson County, Tennessee. The legend is like it centers around the Bell family, obviously the Bell Witch. When I started it, I thought the witch was going to be part of the Bell family, but it's not. It's like the haunting of the Bell family, like the witch haunts them. Anyways, so the Bell Witch, her name is believed to be Kate Batts. Apparently she went to buy land from John Bell, and he cheated her, or he done her wrong, or done her dirty in the deal. And so it must have been pretty bad for her to like be like, all right, I'm haunting you. So that's how that started. Obviously he's of the Bell family. That's where the Bell Witch name comes from. The hauntings began somewhere between 1817 and all the way to 1821. It's the date's not exactly like exact. It did vary a little bit, but around this time, is when the hauntings started happening and the Bell family started noticing some stuff was going on, and, some things were not right. It says that, the witch would actually show up, but not as a witch, because obviously you can't haunt people like that. So she would show up as like a common animal, like a dog or a bird or something like that. Maybe something that you wouldn't necessarily notice right away. She mostly focused on Betsy Bell, which from what I gather is John's sister. During this time, she was around 12 years old. And it started off by the Bell Witch pulling blankets off of her bed, or messing with her in those type of ways, maybe just like scaring her a little bit. But then it escalated, and actually she was getting physical with her and actually physically harming her and punching her, scratching her, kicking her. So then it says that obviously John was like, what is happening here? We're being haunted. Like, my sister's getting hurt in the nighttime. Some things are going on. I can't explain it. So he gets concerned. He's like, okay, I'm going to go over here and talk to my friend, and we're going to discuss it. So he goes to his friend James Johnston and tells him everything that's going on. Hey, man, like, we got a ghost haunting us. There's some crazy stuff going on at my house. You need to see it. You won't believe me. I know I sound crazy, but come over here and like see what's going on. So it does not say specifically, but it does say that Johnston experienced the haunting himself. It doesn't say if something happened to him or if he was just there when it happened or what happened, but it does say that he did experience it, and he was like, holy crap, like, oh my gosh. So he starts spreading it. He's like, you will not believe what's going on at the Bell House. They got some crazy stuff going on. They're haunted. This like witch is coming and tearing people up in this house. And word spreads, right? Small town, old days, words of witches. You know, the word witch gets out and everybody's like concerned, you know, it's a red flag. They're like, oh my gosh, not a witch. So everybody gets alerted. And the word spread to, I'm trying to find a guy's name. Anyways, everybody's freaking out. Oh, okay. It drew the attention of General Andrew Jackson. So he catches word of it. He's like, what? Ain't no way. Ain't a witch haunting people. No, we don't do witches. So he loads up his team and they go and they camp in tents in the yard of the Bell's property, right? So they pitch tents, they stay there. But here's where things kind of get crazy is one man claimed that he knew how to handle witches. He was like, witch ain't gonna bother me because I know what I'm doing. I know how to handle them. I took care of witches before. Like, I was a witch hunter before I joined the army or whatever. So he's bragging, saying he knows how to take care of this issue. And he says that he brought silver bullets. Isn't silver bullets for werewolves? Anyway, he was on the wrong kind of hunt. But he brings silver bullets. He's like, guys, I got this. Ain't nobody going to bother us because I've got these silver bullets. And that witch, she ain't going to look twice at us. The witch is like, please, you bragging about the wrong thing. And she comes that night. It's not funny, but it is funny. But she comes that night and she's like, you were bragging. How's those bullets helping you now? Because she beat him up. She tore him up. And so badly that it scared the rest of the men. And by morning, they were begging to leave. Like, they were begging and pleading with the General Andrew Jackson. They're like, please, we got to go. We can't stay here. Did you see what they did to Kevin? Kevin's not his name. I don't really know what his name is. It didn't mention his name, but my point, did you see what they did to him? And he's the witch hunter. He said he knew what to do and that he came prepared, and she messed with him, so I won't be here. So anyways, they leave, and there's not much stories after that, except for in 1820, John Bell died mysteriously. It doesn't say how they found him, or anything like that, so I can't be like, he was found, I guess, dead, but they don't know what happened. It was a mystery. It was random. It was, it wasn't like old age. It wasn't sickness. It wasn't anything like that. Like, he just died. And so, which, we know how he died, right? Okay. So, he died. And they couldn't figure out how. And so, after that, they thought the hauntings would stop or die down or go away or whatever. Because, like, obviously, her beef was with John, but it didn't. She continued to harass and haunt the family and continued to haunt Betsy, which was his sister. At this time, when John had passed away, she was engaged to a man named Joshua Gardner. They were set to be married. They were happy. Things were going on. But the witch apparently was like, you can't be happy. Nobody in the Bell family can be happy because of what John did to me. So, actually, she haunted them into the point of Betsy calling off the engagement, and she disappeared after that. They don't know where she went. They don't know what happened. They don't know when she passed away. They don't know anything about her. She just vanished in a thin air. So, the witch swore that she would come back and haunt all of the direct descendants of John. But there hasn't been any, like, stories or updates or anything that I can find about that. I really thought that video was going to be a lot longer, but I tried to sum it up as quick as I can. But I thought it was a good story. I thought it was really interesting. You know, witches and dark history and stuff like that. Really, like, I really am interested in stuff like that. So I'm going to try to maybe start sharing some stuff. But yeah, I reckon when Betsy disappeared, the witch did too. So, but anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video or would like more, or maybe even more in-depth ones, because that one was kind of a short one, let me know. This was really fascinating to me. I really enjoyed it. I like learning with you guys because I know that my videos that are Appalachian based do really, really well, because Appalachia is a great place and it's fun to learn about. And so if you guys would like to see more of these, let me know and I'll definitely get them out here for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one.